Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Getting going. Man, what another beautiful day we've all been blessed with. Just wonderful. Just had some lunch, having some coffee, decaf. Oh well. It's really ass, and it's brand new. So it must have been sitting on the shelf for a while. I'm losing my faith in the pods. What else do I want to do? So I got some stuff up here. Let's double check the stream is good. How is the sound level? Minus 35. Should be decent. Should be decent. Well, we'll see here in a second. Something, 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 something. Yeah, good enough. Good enough, man. I remember I just reminded of a TED talk that I watched a really long time ago. It was about a guy that was talking about using your voice as a musical instrument and how to engage with your audience or the video that you're looking at or whatever else, like trying to make it a little bit more interesting, stuff like that. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more mindful about how to use my voice like a musical instrument. Because how you talk matters. How you talk, I think, reflects what's going on the inside in your, like, baseline mental state. Especially with your mannerisms and your facial expressions, your body language, and everything else, right? How quickly things come to you, your pause words, things like that. I think that was all important. It was a good talk, actually. So, today we're just going to be making some stuff. Again, maybe some freebies for the website. And maybe exploring some feature in Fusion. Not really too sure what I have. That's kind of like up in the air. Hopefully something comes to me as we go along. These two things here I want to... Actually, I'm going to make full products out of these ones. So these will be like... or sorry, not freebies. These particular ones. Because there's value in creating these things for like a machining company or something like that. And like... maybe maybe I'll give away the flange, but not the laptop stand assembly. I don't know. They're both kind of, or maybe I'll make them cheap, something like that, $10 cheap. And that way you can save the hour or whatever it's gonna take you to start and do that stuff on. I don't know. I think the value's there. I can't give everything away for free, but I will give most. I did add... I added 2 more things last night in the freebies. So a couple things. So I found this stacking aeroponic container that I made way back. This copy's like some other thing or whatever that I saw that somebody else made, but I didn't want to use their file. So I recreated... I didn't want to reuse their work. They had their own thing going on, but I was going to make one for myself, so I figure I'll make it myself and then I'll give away that file for free. It is just doing the same thing. So, and my own connection kit and a whole bunch of stuff. So there's that one. And if you click on this one, it takes you to, as well as downloading it, takes you to the little pods, right? So you can buy those. And if you get these, then I get a little kickback from that. To go along with the making coffee stuff that I did the other day. Oh, also, if you don't want to go to the link, you can just open it in a new tab. And it'll open that up. So just to get around it, I gave you that option. This one here is for this machine. This is the Keurig machine that I have. And the drip tray, I made a custom, just a custom thing here. Open up the image in a new tab, zoom in here so you can see it. It's kind of dark. It's a little bit dark. I had a hard time rendering this actually, because I was just using it in Fusion and I didn't want to screw around with it too much. But there's this. All you need is coffee, and it's like, 4 stars because it's not perfect because it's a Curie. And then this is the like super happy face, like the big smiley. So like a colon and a large D. I'm not actually too sure where that came from. It's an emoji from somewhere. So I thought it was really fun. So I did that, and then this is like multi-step. So this is down a little bit further, and then the tongue is down a little bit further than that. And then that's where the coffee or the drips into. So that poor smiley face is only ever gonna get the end of the filter, which is what I'm basically drinking here. It's horrible. And yeah, I put the fine print up there for downloading these things, and then just a donate link if you wanted to donate something to me. No pressure. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just take it for free. But the option is there for people that want to actually do that. They want to give back some way. Sometimes the just giving money or like a tip is the easiest way to do that. So a little donation link. Yeah, some of these things I can't give away because they're other people's like projects, stuff that I did. I wanted to do and thought this is worthwhile. I can give this away. So what am I working on today? This is a turbo flange. It adapts a T3, I think, to a, what is this? 2¼ inch. This is 2¼ or 2½. It should be a 2½ inch pipe. So I think I'm going to change this a little bit. 2½ outside. Yeah, it is 2½ outside. Why is this like this, man? I used the wrong one. I need to do the outside. I want to actually I don't even need to do this one yet. So on top of here, so I want to make it so that it's not undercut. Nobody wants to machine anything undercut. It's always a huge pain in the ass. So for here, we're gonna put some threads into this one because this one is threaded. But we're gonna use the hole command instead. Are those accurate? No. These were 3/4 UNC. They could be UNF. I want the distance to be to here. Boop. UNC, UNF. Probably UNC is better for the heat because this thing has got like a major, major heating. Here. Boop. Boop. ANSI 3/8. Flathead machine screwed, normal fit. Hex machine screw. Whatever, I don't think it matters that much. 3/8. It's all kind of the same. Unified. Flathead machine screw, which is hex bolt. Oval socket head cap screw. We'll just do that. Why not? I like the socket head cap screws for most things. Put a Nord lock on the back of it. Nothing ain't coming out. Is it Nord lock? The wavy washer, or not the wavy washer, the other one. Normal fit. Okay. Yeah. Body 1, fit normal. Yeah. 0.375. Yeah, 16. That's great. Boop. I was wondering what was going on there. I was like, hey, wait a second. That's not right. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So now that I have the oops, I'll keep that one on. I'm gonna make another thing on here, and I want to be able to make sure that I have clearances. Not here. I don't need that. Oh, maybe the one. I want clearance for the holes. Oh, not 3D sketch. Like a psychopath. Turn off the bodies. Torp view. That's not right. So these are just clearances, so I don't go too far. I don't actually even need that much here. So 0.75, probably like three quarters. Yeah, or 5/8 rather. Why double click? Turn off this profile so it stops flickering. I want this to go out a little bit further. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Okay, so I'm just kind of going through it here. The outside, I want to have a slight bevel. I'm just going to change actually the way I was going to do this. I don't like overthinking it. Like, hang on. So I'll measure this after, or I'll keep the one on there. That's probably okay. I can always put a thread on there because there's nothing on this side. I can actually swoop it up or do whatever I want. And these can be drill through or blind. It doesn't really matter. It probably should be drill through. It's just a little bit easier for fasteners. And because of the hot cold cycle, it's nice to not have that blind hole. Okay. Let's just do... we're gonna go down to here, and then VR. I'm gonna draft this guy. I don't know. You could do the whole thing, which is kind of a fun way to do things, but it's like not necessary. 10. I said 10. So maybe we'll do like a 10 degree because this is gonna have a lip on it anyways. And then we'll just do like a fillet. Let's do like just oh geez. Just the fillets for machining. 1/4 inch is gonna be slightly larger, 0.3. That's probably okay. So 10 mil, so there's clearance for machining. This could be done rather quickly. Doesn't look terrible. And then now on the outside, I want to have like a slight bevel, like so it sits in there. Yeah, T3 French. Yeah, actually I do work like this. It's paid work, like for requests and stuff like that. But like if you wanted to know something, then that's just free. That's fine. That's what I do the streaming for. But yeah, like if you wanted an actual like production thing or something like that, yeah, I can definitely help you with that. Okay, and then just to get this edge done here. So it's a nice smooth flowing. Did I not split that? Bodies. There's my sketch here. There we go. You to you. Right. Good enough. Easy peasy. Yeah, I can do crazy stuff too, like whatever you'd like. Pretty much. I like doing sheet metal too. Sheet metal is a lot of fun. Any machined part really. I'm not really that good at cam work, but it's one of the things that I wouldn't mind to explore a little bit further if I had the chance. Okay, and then I just need to make a lip around here for the outside because this is 2.5 inch pipe, and I want to just have some sort of lip. Larger, smaller. I don't know, what should I do? Let's just do a little study here. So if I was to, you have the side of the pipe, like a so. I like to have a. Well, it kind of depends on the fabricator. I'm just making this here. What's the best decision? So if I had a lip that's like this and then goes down, it's nice to have this here, but like for location, if this was, you don't want like a too big of a lip, like a capture lip, but you can do it on the outside. So smooth is probably better because then you don't have to do hardly anything. But if you weld on the inside, a lot of people like to weld the inside instead of the outside. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah. Things are a little bit different. I use Fusion and Inventor as well. A lot less Inventor these days, just because the license is quite expensive for doing freelance. Some people just don't want to pay the little bit extra to do that. I don't know. Some jobs it's mandatory, depending on all the detailing load. I find Fusion a lot slower for doing detailing. It's just not as powerful. But it's good. Like there's lots of stuff. Lots of stuff available in it now. My goodness. I stopped using Fusion for about a year, just doing other freelance work, using more Inventor, and I came back to it. And it had a lot of features that I wanted, or that I preferred in Inventor. But a lot of people don't like the workflow. So like the workflow and the file management and only having joints. So whereas it's nice to have your macro stuff in Inventor. Jesus, it's been so long since I used it. I forget what some of the stuff was called. It's so funny. Okay, so if it was just a straight pipe on the outside, then it would be beneficial to have the step on the inside or step on the outside. So if this was a small step here, you weld, as long as it's tight, it doesn't really matter that much, right? So you bevel the pipe or you bevel the one. So a bevel works, or a half step. Even if something was like, I don't know, 10 thou. One, two, three, make a decision. It goes on as the outside. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best idea. Inside, outside. Nah, I like that. I'd rather have it the other way. So silly. Yeah. Okay. Oops. I'll get rid of that. Delete. Yeah, any questions, go ahead and shoot. I can, what do you call it? I can maybe demonstrate it for you. Yeah, it's quite capable. Like, you can do pretty much everything. It's just that you're not going to have the automation, like in Inventor. Yeah, yeah. This is here. Let's do one more on this one. Do it slightly larger. I don't know. Oh, is this an inch? Yeah, 0.065. Don't need much more than that. Just for like a lip to sit in. So inside to inside, and then have the lip on the outside with an extra 16th, and that'll get melted in. 16th is pretty small. Even do an 1/8. See what that looks like. It might look a little bulbous. Oops. So inside to inside. It's yoin. Oops. Ten. So, oh, I'm sorry, this one here needs to come down. I don't know. No, not that. Negative. Making me. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. There we go. Should do all my fillets last, like, properly. Negative points. Doesn't have to be an 1/8, but it'll lock in there nice, I guess. Okay. So that'd be a nice weld bead around the edge. Let me just see what it looks like with a 16th. Maybe it's a little bit nicer. Oops. I don't know if anyone can help me or not. Not sure. What I don't know yet. It's really the assembly of components and whatnot. I was given Fusion assembly with no constraints for rework. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't blame you. The joints in Fusion work exactly like the joints in Inventor. So like if you're actually using the joint, the menu, it just looks a little different. Well, maybe not exactly, but like the idea is the same. Actually, I can bring up something I did yesterday. One of the where you go out, you could go back and look at one of the VODs too. The VOD from yesterday has I went all through doing this sort of header thing. I was just doing this for funsies. It's a bad design. I just just doing it for fun. So these are individual components. I guess, well, yeah, if you, yeah, starting from the top, every Fusion file is a component, and then every component that you put in there is reference to that component's world coordinate system. So when I start, I usually create a component, create a new component. You can call it whatever you want, component 24. And then it's whatever is, like, wherever you are is kind of like, I'm standing on this component, moving this one. So in your reference to that, you do a selection. I always turn on like the origin and stuff first to kind of get like, okay, where is this? And then you can just grab it, and then if you joint it in somewhere with this, you hold shifts or control, sorry. You can lock into there. You flip it around so you can rotate it like whatever you want to do, precisely. And then all your different motions. So if you want it revolute or slider, stuff like that. Then you know that component is locked into space. And then say if I'm just doing this really quick so you can kind of get an overview. I want 2 of these. You can paste new into this. So there's two new things. If you don't do new, then they're multiples of the one instance. So you change one, the others change, right? Like that idea. So now you have 2 components, and then you just start using the joints based on that. So I would say if you're in this component, joint everything inside the component to not to something else. Because if you move one thing, it's not going to move because it has a joint in the other. Oh shit, Toxic Killer here. What's up, dude? Welcome back. Yeah, just doing a quick demo on joints in Fusion 360. So, yeah, it's hanging out, having a good time here. I think the easiest way to do getting back to the joints and stuff, the easiest way to do that, like what I was talking about inside the own component, is you could isolate it, just like everything else, and then you can't mistake like clicking on something. I know it's probably basic, so you do freelance stuff already, and then you just joint to what you have here, and then pick, like in this case it'll be a revolute joint because I want to move it around, and then these 2 things here, you're just capturing your design history. So if you move something, it's got a new position. So if you want it there in your position, like in your history, then you have to capture the position of that, and then it'll be locked in that one position. So as far as that goes, and then you can play around with stuff like that in the timeline as well. So I'll do that here, and I'm going to rigid joint this one. So I have that one. So now if I turn back on the other stuff, oops, or unisolate, made the things huge. Now I have something that I can rotate around in position, kind of to get where all the other joints are. You can read about all this stuff too in the help section. You can get the way I've set up these components is that you're able to move them around. So even if you wanted to go in, you edit each one of these sketches because they're individual. I just make that so that it's driven, and you can like easily kind of play around with your stuff if you're doing fabrication things like this, to get everything close. And then same with this thing here. If I can find the stuff, edits, and that's the original position in space. Like it always reverts back because you're going back in time, do your stuff, and then more forward in time. So we'll just make that driven again. Driven. Same idea as that. So you can rotate this around and do whatever else you want. If it's in the right position, then you can redo those things back again. Hey, welcome back. I don't know how to say that that name. Merja. I'm a bad with the names, but I'm hopefully gonna get really good at it soon. Walking to your friend's house, but now you're listening. Right on, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. Beautiful day for a walk. Holy moly. Beautiful, beautiful blue skies here. So that's that kind of idea. Any other questions about the about joints? Just shoot. I forgot to make this editable. Yeah. Read only. Look at all this shite. Header 2, okay, keep. This is all the computer stuff I started on. Yeah. Reinvent the... Yep. Read only. When I start doing paid work, I have to pick up a new Fusion license. For now, it's free 99. Yeah, so there's like a small lip on this. I could probably add in. I didn't add any tolerance in. Silly me. Bad. Could do it afterwards too, but no 625, and then we'll do, I don't know, 10,000, something like that. I said plus, damn it, didn't I? Keep on not missing the one key. And I wanted that on the diameter, not on the other. Did I say plus? 251. And the lip is smaller, 250. Sits there in a 16th on the inside. That's assuming the thickness, right? Yeah. Why did I do it like that? 251? Yeah, 255. 1/8 inch around there. Nice little lip for welding, and should be okay. No, that's not right. Nope. Which one did I select here? That was weird. Debugging is so strange sometimes. Where is all this shit? Oh. Which one do I want? That's the one that I want. Delete. Better now. 251. There we go. I had 2 extra things for some strange reason. I just didn't go forth. Didn't go forth. Did not prosper. What we got here? Yep. I'm gonna make the thing a little bit bigger here so I can read better. Oh, look at that. Blind people text size. There we go. And then that just won't do. So delete that. That doesn't need to happen. And I don't think I need that for anything. Delete. Those are extras. So going back to the join. weird. It changed. That's so funny. Whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. Bodies. There's two things here. Lip. All right. It's a beautiful thing. And then, what do I want to do? Oh, I wanted to make that a 16th. That was the original reason. Okay. 0.065. There we go. So it's a little bit nicer looking. So did this... Oh, this did its thing now. It's so funny. Like, what I wanted to do originally started working. It was like, okay. Probably a little nicer. Set the tube in there, and then it's got a nice little step. Right, 255. Yep. And then inside is it could be variable. Maybe I could set that up with a parameter possibly. So on the inside, this could be here to here. Edit the sketch. Go tube thickness. EHI scan, yes. Wall thickness. Is that an equals? There you go. Then I can do a tube thickness 0.125. And things should change for us. Yeah, looks alright. Big fatty one. All the different variations. Okay. And then I should be able to do this. Like, annoys me here. I don't really like that. I think that's good enough. I would prefer to put a chamfer on here, but going from it's easier to select, I think, these surfaces when you're doing the machining, so I'll just leave it like that. Are these things here? Some of this stuff doesn't really require that much of it anyways. Decisions, I'll leave those for somebody else. All right. And then I guess I could do like T4 flange. Do I have one of those? And just step it up. What's it called? Exhaust parts? I was doing stuff yesterday here. Oh yeah, maybe I will do it. Maybe I'll put this up as a package. There's a few of the things that I made from before. T3 flange 2.5 round. Wow, these are old ones. Yeah, they were undercut before, but it's like, who would go to the... I don't know anybody that would actually make something... Well, I shouldn't even say that. There would people that like have a 5-axis mill that wouldn't be an issue to make it, but it's just so much more expense for like no real reason, and it doesn't have any like, let's fit these together nicely, you know, like idea. T3 to schedule. This was like the other flange here, the header flange. So these would be worth making. I'm pretty sure you can buy some of this stuff. You got to be able to buy it. So these are blind holes. You can put studs in. 2-inch, 2.5-inch schedule. Is it a whole bunch of different ones? 1.88. Just looking at all the header part. Oh wow! Look at that thing. Sweet. Standard flange. What do I start out with? Yeah. Alrighty. So if I was to do that for, well, it's like a T3 to 3-inch flange, like it goes into here. I guess you could. Let's take off those fillets just for a minute. So that's 3-inch. Even if it was slightly larger, because you could do more material on this. I'm gonna try a 3-inch one. See what that gets me. Excuse me, gets me over here. So this was 2.5, right? 2.5 diameter. Yeah, 2.51. Let's do. And break the shit. See what happens here. That's the flange. Sketch 2. Yeah, I might need the undercut. This one would probably be okay. It's a little bit over. So if you just made it like an arc in each direction or something like that. Straight down, and then maybe just like a lip on the bottom or something. So I think most people would opt to crush the tube a little bit. So oh, maybe making that jig, so to form one into another, that'd be kind of a neat idea. Let me think about that. Take a round into you're changing the two perimeters, right? That's something neat to explore. Let's try that. Because yeah, that could be something that could be done with just like a shot press, something like that. Let's do here. If I have 3-inch. So, and then because I don't want to get out the trusty old calculator. This one is going to be this times. Yeah, it's pi d, right? Pi. fix you. So that should change, right? Yep. And total perimeter. Let's see here. So total perimeter wrapping around. If I change the one, it does the other, assuming the 0.5 radius. So pi d is 3.14. It's half of that, right? So I'll just do this one here. Just fix that in place. I like doing my my math like this. So this one is equal to this times pi I. And then we're going to divide by 4. No. So there's my arc length of that. Actually, I don't even need to because I'm using all of them. So what I have left, so it's whatever, I'm sorry, this dimension is total. So I want this to be, I don't know, 2, for example. What dimension does this have to be in order for this perimeter to be the same? And then maybe I'll round it up to whatever because we can stretch the material slightly around it. Or, yeah. Stretching is slightly easier than compressing. At least for that sort of forming, right? So this takes into account this. This takes into account of that in dimension. So we're going to have to add the 1 to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this times 2 plus this times 2 will give us this dimension here. Toggle driven. Driving. So the leftover is this minus this times 2 equals this times 2. And it would be all that divided by one of these, right? Stacked up, so minus, and then minus 2 of these. So this is equal to this one minus this one, a minus this one times 2. So really big, and then that's divided by 2, right? All of this is divided by 2. Equations. So does this in theory work? So we got 2, 1 point, so 1.5, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, 7, 8. Is it even close? 1, 2, roughly 3. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. Yeah, it's pretty close. Okay. We usually do the estimates first to see if we're doing things right, but maybe not. Yeah. Okay. So we can form it into this, but if we do, I don't know, 2.5, let's make it a little more suitable. 2.5. Wow, so it's actually 2.5 to 2.5 would be pretty feasible. So there'd just be a little bit of stretch. Minor wall thickness change. So 2.5 by 2.5 by half in the corners. Seems like a fairly good size transition from one to the other. But if we had to make it, that's for the amount of material. So anything less, we would have to cone and shrink into like a tighter velocity. It's like, how do you shape the 3-inch into whatever? But we could start with a smaller one. It's really difficult to do that. Well, not really. That has to be hot forged, I think, though. So if you do rollation and you change the one vector, it's like, how do you keep the other one from going around? I don't know. That's more stuff than I know what to deal with and do with. So that's keeping the same circumference. So 2.5 by 2.5. Now the other one, what was I doing? The standard T3. This is, should I mention? This is pretty close. It's 2.3. No, it's quite a bit bigger. So that would be more suited for. That would be more suited for T4 flange, I would imagine. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, I did a T4 flange. So what size is the thing? I forget. Show dimensions. Show these dimensions too. Inch. So 2 by 3 roughly. And if we go to the, oops. We go to the other one. That one just did here. If we did 2, it's 2 by 3. So this is 3 by, 2 by 3 roughly. And so if we did 1.98, see what we get there. It would be crazy if it was like the thing, 1.98. 2.953. Yeah, so that's pretty much made for 3-inch. So the transition on a T4 flange is like pretty much the same, right? 7.609. 7.6. The square is larger. Still bakes my noodle on how that happens. The area, same perimeter, different area. Yeah, 6.7. Or, geez, 7.6. Set it backwards there. In the same type of thing. It actually looks funny to me. Maybe maybe this is in perspective. 2 by 3.5, basically 13 mil. Oh, I'm sorry, I screwed that up. Give me a sec here. I have one OBS feeding into another OBS. It's OBS for everybody. Okay. There you go. Or does it actually look okay? Projector. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure it's gone there. Okay, looks good. Yeah, so doing like something similar with like a 3-inch going into this. That would be a good idea to do that one. So I think we're gonna do standard flange. I could make this just slightly larger so that it doesn't have the so 2.75 is slightly larger, but like everything else works. But there'd be a little bit of a difference. So if this was 3-inch, for example, And then I just made this 4.5. So it's slightly bigger, but you know, the machining like looks nicer, I guess. Just on the one dimension at least. Let me double check this here. So that was 4.3 before, right? Try it with. That's fine. You know what I could do is just make it less. Maybe 5 degrees. Yeah, it's more suitable there. And if you wanted to do a chamfer pass on everything, you could, I think. Yeah, I think that looks great. Save that. And we'll do the same thing for the T4, but it'll be for a 3-inch. So I think what I'm gonna do is just copy this one because if everything is there. I'm gonna copy to exhaust parts. I'm gonna rename this bad boy T4 to a 3-inch round. T4 to a 3-inch round, editable. Welcome in, everybody. Apologies. Oh man, I gotta get better coffee. It's so ass. It's hard to find good decaf coffee though. It's like almost an oxymoron. Either that or I gotta shape up, ship out, and do something so I can tolerate the coffee a little bit better. I'm going to 3-inch 2 square. Perimeter study. Do like a forming thing. Starts with that and then goes into the other shape, which kind of is it would almost have to be. It's almost like a two. What would you call that? Like a. Is it a swage? Is that what that's called? Where one goes on top of the other, so it's like you press it in and then it forms on top of it. Yeah, swage. Yeah, swage is what you push into, I think. And then what's the other one called? Yeah, swage. No, this would be more of a flare. Swaging was when you go in quite far. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Make it more of a transition though, so it'd be more of a flare. So a flare is the right word. And what would be cool is that if it's probably already exists. It's like tooling for like a Bailey like exhaust thing. So you make the pieces that go in there, and it just like forms the ends of these. Say, hey man, I got this thing for you. Can you use it? All right, I'll give this to you if you make me 1,000. Yeah. And then what does that actually look like? So, you know, for some reason, my brain is just, it's not allowing me to see it correctly. 2 by 3 is not right. Because this is on the inside. It's actually 3.5. That's why. Okay, so it's not actually super close. It's a little bit bigger on the one side compared to the T-floor flange. So on the inside, this is 3 by 2 inside. So this is technically the inside. So it's almost 4 by 2. So if we compromise 2.5, so 2.5 by 3.5 roughly is the 3-inch. And then 2.75 if we do a full square. So it's already kind of like that. So if we did like a 2.5 by 3.5, slightly stretched, right? We want that transition over an inch. Generate. What a cool song. Can I do... Is it ceiling in this one? Seal? Oh no. Ah shit, what is it? I always forget what the things are in Fusion. Round up Fusion. In Fusion. Fusion parameters. Oh my goodness. That's the high spell equation. Oh, it is seal. Okay. For some reason wasn't doing that. Oh. There we go. We generate. So if we have the profile that we want, essentially 3 to 4, but realistically we want it for the T4 anyways, so should we shove it into that? But it's going to have to, you can make it do that, but it's gonna have to crush both ways. So you have to crush it, you have to shrink the material has to get thicker. Yeah, that'd be multi-hit would be better, I think, on that one, right? Thinking of the tooling. Okay. We still got to get to this here too. I need to make all the flat patterns and drawings and stuff for that. Put that up on the website today. Okay. It's a 3-inch. Close this down for now. Only the Ronery. Okay. So I am in the 3 here. Let's change some of this stuff. The bodies. So 1/2 inch is good. Inches. That's weird how it does some and not others. Isn't it? I guess that's just the way they're showing it. It doesn't want to do the conversion. Whatever. These are outside ones anyways. Insides. So 198. Oh yeah, I need that one. Oops. Oh shit. I know better. $108. Oh, okay. They're just a little bit wider. 1.98. 2.953. $1.98. A little bit bigger. I stop doing that. Hopefully it's not screwed up. Oh. Did it die? It says I'm offline. I'm not offline. Twitch did me dirty. All right. $95. 2.756. And that one is what, 95? 95. $3.74. This is 70, right? $70. I just put it back to this. Too much hemming and hawing, man. Okay, 50.3. Close that down. Ooh. Warning. the inside. Slightly different. Good enough. Millimeter. 8255. Okay. And the outside, 10 millimeters on the outside, 13 millimeters on the inside, 10. Okay. And what are these hole sizes here? Points. Yep, all the same. Don't save. I could have derived this whole thing from that. That probably would have been a better idea than having to redo all that work, but I want to see what this looks like. The body. This is going to be 3 inches plus, not 35. So a 3-inch flange, 3.0, 3 and 10 thou, maybe a 15 thou, and then down to that. So that looks okay to me. 3.5. 3-inch to T4. Yeah, T4 to 3-inch. Pretty sweet. And that was this is probably yeah, that was a collector to T4. A few different parts there. This I could do even a little bit more on, I guess. Let's do an analysis here. Yeah, it's a good amount. We could go for a little bit more though. We have the room. It's gonna get the hot. Cool. Save. We put both of those up. Oh, I'm 75% of the goal. Right on. What was I going for? Was it 50? Oh yeah, nice. Can't go wrong with that. All right, so let's create some little renders for these things. A little setup. Scene settings. Let's do 35 millimeter. That's roughly what we want, right? Room lighting. We want to do it in black oxide. Or in stainless, bright stainless. I don't know, it looks okay. So in order to do that though, let's take the body, flip this one around here, maybe make it look like that. Something like that. Show them both sides of it. Right on. What are you guys working on today? Having some fun? Or working on anything? You still walking, Toxic? Oh my goodness. Good stretch. The rendering time always gives me a minute just to maybe reflect and be a little bit thankful. It's always good. Good stretch in here. It's almost ready to go. So for these ones, I actually might want to do the threads on them, I think, eh? Because they're not, they're just holes. Maybe I should do the threads. Looks good, though. Oh, no, I moved it by accident. All right. Shit. I'm just gonna model the threads, and yeah, it's fine. Render. Maybe I don't want to do that. There was a thread chamfer trick I remember. I forgot how to do that actually. I think it was do the whole I usually make something to go into the like a cutting tool. I forgot how to do that. Or maybe it's not with the hole tool. Because if you do the hole tool, it creates the hole with no chamfer. It's too bad there isn't an option in it. You know what? Maybe there is. I just haven't looked at it. And there is no chamfer option. I really miss Inventor. Okay. So 28 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. .01, 10,000. And Doom, 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 doom. Turn everything off here. Over. Revert position. Oh, they changed that. Okay. So this one is going to continue down. I want it to be, I don't know, 1. So this is a chamfer tool. It goes up to 1, maybe 20. Standard chamfer is 82, right? Oh boy. 82 total. And then this is determined by the size of the hole. And I want a joint origin. Okay. Oh, come on. Revolve. Probably shouldn't have it that big. You cut into a whole bunch of other shit if there's anything up there, but it's like a universal sort of thing. Edits. Let's do 0.5. Doesn't need to be that big. Yeah, 82-degree countersink. There's 45-degree countersinks, right? Or for chamfering, I'll just use 82. That's fine. Just breaking the corners. So between here and here, and then So that was definitely not right. Turn off the sketch. Flip it. So that looks like it's going to be very big because it's not correct. Heap tool. Actually, I don't think it matters because it's another thing. I want to cut. Whew. That's the idea. I don't think it's going to be a 10. I don't need it to be a 10. Let's go down. Show dimensions. I did it based on this. So it's going to be 0.38. Yeah. Which makes more sense, right? It's going to wick that one off. And then, because I got this in here, I should be able to mirror these things here, the feature. It has to be adjusts or optimized. Yep. Things we do for vanity. Mirror features, both of these. Oh, see, I took it out. I knew it was going to be too big. Let's do, there we go. Totally doesn't need to be any bigger than that. The joint's off. Mirror. Airplane. Optimized. Looks good to me. And then I'll just do a midplane. And do the same thing. Ooh. Mirror features 1, 2, 3. Optimized. Hopefully that works. It's a beautiful thing. Turn off the construction. Turn off the origin. Yeah, it looks great. I'm gonna save it. Oh, how long were you up there for? Probably long enough. Welcome to the stream, solicitor. I don't know. I still kind of get a kick out of that. Let's do that here. Should be perspective, right? Looks like it. In canvas render. Let's go over. It's going to end up being square. I don't like that. We won't change it. We won't change it. It'll just stay the same. Good time to take a drink. Oh man, that's good. Been on like a ham and cheese kick lately. I don't know why. I think I just want to use up my bread so I don't have to eat it anymore. Not that I'm never gonna not eat bread anymore. Oh, the other thing too, I was making yogurt today. Never made yogurt before. I made kefir, which is kind of the same thing. You know, I put some milk in a container and then put some like starter culture or the kefir. Oh, what are those things called again? Kefir grains in, and then give it a stir and just like let it sit there for 12 hours, and then you have some nice kefir. So the yogurt I've never tried before, so it's has a couple more steps, and then you got to keep it at a certain temperature. So I was checking on that earlier today. I started that at 10 o'clock, so it should be done in about an hour. So I'm gonna test it in an hour, see the consistency of it, see if I like it or not. If it maybe sour it up a little bit more, I might go. What was it? That'd be 6 hours. So that's the minimum. I think 8 or 10 hours is probably better for that. Probably 8 hours. I'm just using standard like 2% milk too, so kind of thinking about that. All right. So nice and gently. Don't breathe on the mouse. I'm going to take a screenshot of these guys. I don't know, something like that. Good enough. And then, see, I've been hemming and hawing about charging for these models. Because actually, like, I think they're worth something, but I don't know. I should just give them away. Or I could have it sell like a whole package of them. There's somebody that wants to do header design and stuff like that. It might be a little bit easier. Yeah, I just make them for now. I'll put them in the models portion. Ooh. Oh, that reminds me too. I gotta make some modifications to that dice tower. I printed it out and used it today, and it's got some chaos to it. That's for sure. There's a couple changes that I want to make that make it a little bit nicer to use. I think a little bit nicer. It works pretty good. We're really happy with it. One. So 1, 2, 3. 3A. So these are accurate models. I think they're worth some money. Or at least a tip. And all the information's out there. I'm just doing the extra step. I'm always in turmoil because sometimes I just don't like charging for shit. It's like, why bother? It's like I have all the resources to like design stuff. Maybe I just charge for that. It's fun doing that anyways. Commissions. Beautiful day today. Holy moly. All right. So that was the T4. I'm going to export this here. Turn off the in-canvas render. Let's go back a little bit. Delete all that cheesy. Yeah, so maybe I'll actually sell this as a fusion model. Or a step. Yeah, well, they're all step files anyway, so it's easy to modify them. Export to step. So that's the T4 flange. 3-inch. Export this to the exhaust parts. Chamfer. Export complete. 2.5 round to T3. The wastegate flanges too are nice, the tile ones. And the are the diamond flanges, is it a Goretti flange? What's the... Yeah, Vibrant's got to have all this stuff really cheap, right? Super, super cheap. What did I have on mine? I think it was a Turbo Smart, an Australian company. 2-bolt wastegate flanges. Yes, nice. Oh, it's super cool. All the different wastegate flanges, just looking at this website here. I got me sidetracked, saw something shiny. And they're doing good. They get higher than normal volumes. Oh wow, they sell a lot of stuff. Clamps, T-bolts, hoses, radiator necks, pipe fittings. Oh, stainless too, nice. Oh, cool, 321 as well. Oh, they got pie cuts. Nice. Very JDM. My only gripe about pie cuts is that it takes forever to weld. Swage. Alright. Okay, let's do something similar to these ones. You're going to have these modeled. That's going to break a little bit. Bring in a chamfer. Unground. Oh, my goodness. Did it actually delete from the other one? Shouldn't have. Or did I just not? Oh, I did, didn't I? Keep tools. Sure do. Oh, actually, I actually want to turn that off as well. So all this, it's going to be there, and then not modeled, and no chamfer. So save that. So just plain. It's far easier to deal with in the model. And then this one here is going to get the treatment. So I'm going to remove this from the model. Save it. I'm going to delete the original chamfer. So bring this one in. Sketches. This is locked, right? Okay. Just want to double check. Revert. Joint. Concentric. Mirror. Objects. Features. Mirror. good enough for me. Turn off the origin. That's going to be a problem for machining. We probably have to stop here. Maybe not. If they use the bottom or the full outside of the cutter, it'd be okay. I think. No. Maybe. Let's see. Just for the picture, anyways. So set that up for rendering. And let's do some rendering. Set that up. Scene settings 35. I said 35. Some rim lights. Yeah, looks good. Doo-doo-doo. It's almost excellent. All right. Take a picture of this one. Relatively square. Not quite. 4A. 4A. I think I'm gonna give these away. Yeah. Oh. Um. Save. T3 3 2 2 5. Flange. Oh no, this is gonna have an F number. Okay, I'll just do this for now because I'm gonna copy it over. Flange. Flange T3 to 2.5. T4 3. Throw that on there. Okay. Good. So the models, cut those out. Freebies. Oh. Of course. Cuts. And a pasta. I made a oops, I did that twice for whatever reason. That was dumb. I made a automatic resizing thing for this. Let's see, details. So it runs through all the images and then resizes the one square. So hopefully it doesn't look like ass. It's cut off a little bit, it's not bad. Yeah, that's alright. This one's better. The perfectionism. It's okay. I have to make sure to make it large enough, or to make the image small enough so it collapses. There's a couple other things I wanted to make too. Let's do, so that's the exhaust parts. I have the files for that. So that's cool, got that finished up. Something fun. I saw something in a video, I wanted to try and make it here. So it was like a thing to 3D print. I'm just gonna do that right now. Actually, I kind of want to 3D print it right now too. Get that underway. So what it was was a bar. I don't know. It looked maybe 100 mil long. Let's do 10. Something like that. Maybe it was actually like 6 inches. 150. Yeah, we'll do 150. In the middle of this, it looked like big, small, and like a medium-sized one. Something like that. And what they had was do what, 3 mil or something? Yeah, 3's probably fine. I wanted to maybe 2.5. Yeah, 3 mil's fine. So let's do, I don't know, 50. 25, 10, something like that. Or no, let's do 20, 50, or 30, and 60. So that's double. Uh, 2 mil. It was like a jiggle sort of thing. Center. I think these were all at the same height too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was a little lower. I don't even know if this is gonna work, so I'm just doing it by proportions. 10. I want this one to be in the middle, and P. 10 on the other. Oops. 10 on the other side. See what the flexure will look like. Yeah, that's probably okay. And then $40, $80, $60. Let's do 80 in this one too. So I think this should be like 60, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and see what becomes of that. I might have to actually learn something and do some calculations. So I'm gonna do some 3D prints on these. Throw this up on the printer tonight. Why don't I just do this? 2. And I'm gonna do this one a little bit bigger. 5. Join. Make these a little stronger so that they don't break. 3. And then same with these ones up here. These ones are less so, but makes it easier to 3D print as well. A little bit faster. All right. Let's do let's do 10 by 10, and I don't want anything there, so just print them right at the edge. Okay. The resonance tests. Save this as the mesh. It's here. Okay. Print that out. See if that works. It should be here, right? Resonance test. And the other thing, dice tower. I need to modify some of this. So originally had this where is this thing here? There you are. Roll back. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that out. Delete. Yup. Whoa, that's not right. Good enough. And then the fundamental design of this, I want the chute to be the same. Alright. Get this stuff here. So, one design here too. Second one, I am going to do a new body with this one. New body. We're gonna do both of these new body. And then on the side of this, I want this to actually like be up on an angle like that. So, but it's just the bottom that I want to be different. So this second body, let's move it. Move this point back here. And we're going to move this down. Actually, instead of doing that, delete. I still want to have all the same stuff right here. Sketches. So same stuff here. It's just going to be on an angle instead. So we're going to make a thing on here. Extend this guy out. And now we're going to have the base of this, I believe, was around 10 degrees. Oops. Which is about right. 10. Steve. Yeah, it was definitely only 10. We could do 15 though. Yeah, because the whole thing, it was propped up about 3/4 on the one side. And I do want this tipped out here as well. And oops, 30, I think, deep was okay. Uh, 35. Another fun fact, if I was to go and save this, so there is all the way to here. With that, that's kind of the idea. So a little bit funky, in some respects. So turn off these guys. And I believe I deleted this. Or did I do it over here? Do I have okay, no, I did do the fillets here. So let's do this. 10. $10 let's do shell. 5 mil. So let's edit that. Analyses. And I want the bottom tray to be here too. Okay. So I'm gonna do oops, -5. So I want this to be minus 30. Is that what I said? Yeah. So this could be hollow. But I want this all the way to the edge here. So let's do edge. Negative 30. Right on. And then I'm going to shell here to here. And then 5. Actually, what I should do is that y no shell cuts. Oh dear. Offsets. 0 offset. Sometimes things don't like to cut right, so I just build a surface really quick. Use that surface as a cutting body, extend the tool. Oh, did it not cut? Okay. You will cut. Wow, it really doesn't want to do that because it's the 0 portion here. When this happens, you have to extend some wings on here because it doesn't know where to start and stop. It could be anywhere. Symmetrical. Is it this one? Yeah. There's probably easier ways to do this. Oops. Cutting. There we go. What the shit? That's not what I ordered. All right, you piece of drunk. Do it the hard way, I guess. Offset. Is it 35 or 30? I forget what I did. I bet you it was just 30. Alright. So get rid of this guy here. Shell U and U up to 5. And then replace face. This one to this one here. And other one. And that'll be all the way around, which should be good. I want to also so if we do from here to here, additional 5. Okay. Oh, I have to split the face. I thought I could do that before. Can't I not do? Oh, I'm selecting the thing. I am derpy today. Seriously. Like real derpy. I'm gonna do these fillets afterwards. Maybe I shouldn't though. Good enough. I like it. Yeah, that's what I wanted. A lot more steps than I really wanted to do though. Here. Delete. Delete. Edit. Two. So I kind of wonder if I should do it the other way and then have, yeah, maybe I should actually. So instead of doing it, it would be going like this. One here, one here, one here. And it kind of like rattles out. Because this is easier to grab with your hand. That was the idea for changing that. And to get like maybe a little bit more screw hole room. There was the bump in the middle was okay, but I didn't really care for it that much. So maybe if I go this way here, it would be a little bit better. So let's do redefine sketch plane. Hopefully it's not upside down. Could be. Edit. Take off this here body. Intersect the whole shebang. Link that projection. I want to make these 5 equal. Whoa. Be careful with the. Oh. So now that I got the 2, actually, this is fine here. An awful lot of stuff going on. It goes down the other way. I want to have what, 30? Did I say 38? Yeah, at least 38. But I want these square. A sec here. All right. Square. Do I want them square? How far down from the top do we want these? 38. It's 1.5 inches. I don't want them to drop straight down. And then these should be. These are 50. Oops. Hi, bud. Because these are wider, I can make this slightly longer, I think. I don't actually understand why that's locked into place like that. Oh, okay. I got you. I see now. I see. So this should extend. Oops. 60. Can't drop it straight down, so it has to hit 50 and 50. Why does that not look good for some reason? Let's do 20. Negative 95. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it comes out. So instead of doing this one here, it should be the height. And maybe instead of doing these, this is vertical, horizontal, and the distance between here and here is 35, 38, like that. And this is symmetrical between the two. Where's my symmetrical constraint? It is not on there. It is right here. 1, 2, 3. At least it's in the middle. Or somewhat in the middle. Now this is not in the middle for some reason. There we go. Tack this guy onto this one. Bam. There we go. So at least it's in the center, and then this here is from here to here should be 38. There we go. And then I could do a couple of those. The distance between these two should be also because to the next one's 38. It's going to be a little bit more than that. Let's try that again. Um, 30, it would be from here to here, and from here, from this down to there. So that's, it'd be what, 38 times 2? So there's 38. minus. That's not right. 38, so 8.34. Where is the... No, what did I say? That's a plus 8.34. $84.34. It's down to here, plus 38. That makes sense. Total distance is from here all the way down to here, which I think makes sense, right? Reload my stream manager. So models, 3D models, and streaming. That's about you. I'm having a brain fart. So let me talk myself through it. This is fairly close. So 80, gut instinct says this is correct. So I'm going to do that. Oops. This is D172. Negative D172. And I don't think that's right. It's just my gut instinct. So yeah, it's obviously a little bit short. Maybe it should be to here. 84. What is this? 174. It's too big. That's funny. Okay. Delete. This one's also referenced. So the idea behind all this stuff is here. I want to copy all this stuff down, and then how far do I actually need to make it go, so that this goes from here to here. Well, if this is where I'm starting out, but I'm actually measuring from here. So is it that number? So 383 plus the 38 plus whatever else this is. That's not correct. So I said, well, it starts out here, but that's actually not correct. And this should be 383 and the 38 again. Which is not true because that's a different number. So it should be all of these things. So 383, 38, 383 plus the 38. Right, plus the 38. I said 38. Not 38. There we go. Beautiful. So from here to here, if we're not changing the angle, it's 80. What did I say? 8366. And that is 179. 179. Right? So how easy is that? That's funny. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's making sure that there is enough room for this stuff to go through. 10-degree angle. That's fine because this is 10. So each one of those rolls through here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clinkety, 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 clinkety. Now if I wanted to make that 40, 60, 40, I'm going to make this one also the same. 45, 50. And I don't ever want it to be able to go more than that. I could have more overlap here too. So instead of just having this here, this is tagged in the center line. What's actually making that? So center line here. Oop. Where's the other side? All the way down. There. I'll do the sides here. So I can actually do extrudes on those. And so that's determining the distance between the two. Oh yeah, okay. So we did 45 instead of this one. It's not quite as steep, and you can definitely not go through here, and I don't think it's going to have any issue. Actually, it'd be 40 if I wanted it more steep, all the way to here. So you throw it in 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit. And then this would be 38. Make sure they go through. And the dice is half the size as well. So there's more room for this to slide down, hit, bounce, and all that stuff, and then bounce, bounce, and then all the way through. The 15, 20. Why did that change so drastically? The whole thing should come up. Something's multiplying there. So I think this is maybe like a little bit more worrisome. Is this if I made a thing to go through here, this would have to be how big, right? Pretty sure that would be, pretty sure it's going to be an inch. So it has to be at least 25. Yeah, which is not great. Driven. It's 30. Hopefully that's the same. 48, 102, and then that's what this is. Over here, 10. And this one only comes out on that side there. Do 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 do. So 1, 2, 3, and then it drops into this one side. I wouldn't mind to have a fourth though. The fourth would be pretty cool. Let's do the bottom piece. It's here. That's actually the cutoff edge. So I can't really have 3, not at 40. 45 though, I could do it. That's a little bit easier. 5, all the way at the top. Yeah, that looks great. You could try that. Then verify this side should be, oops, the same. Yeah. 30, 30, and 30. Perfect. I kind of like it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. 2 sides. You and you. To the objects. Join, join. Boing. So it's always ever going to come out on this one side. Maybe I should put a hole in here. And then they all slide down here. Like that. Let's get rid of that. Rid of that. So edit sketch. Where does this one come from? Delete. Edit. I don't actually know what that's for. Oh, that added to it. Okay, I gotcha. So what I'm going to do is redefine the sketch here. Edit. P. Don't need 2, but I do need one of these in the middle. Something like that. And then I take the bump out of the middle. I don't think I need it anymore. Analyses. Let's see. Maybe I'll have a small one. A small bump. Just gonna thicken that up a little bit here. before I get to start all this stuff here. Roll history marker back. Here. Yeah. So let's move this guy down. I don't know. 5? This is really annoying. I don't like it when it does that. What do we do? You know? Whew. Up late. Do-do-do-do-do. Turn off the analysis. Analyses. We don't actually need that one anymore. Edit the sketch. Lost face is this guy here. Add. Okay. And why is this not? Redefine sketch plane. There we go. Manage loss projections. Face 1. Face 2. You. Oh, that's dumb. Hey, Bobby, just 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that, Bobby. How you been? Welcome in. I don't know if I was muted the whole time or not. I forgot my the timeline of what I was doing. But yeah, not a bad day. Had some stuff done. I was just chatting with my dad there. Just doing iteration of this, the dice tower that I think you've probably seen this before. Not 100% sure. Did some testing today with it, and this is gonna be like a nice change. I think it's gonna solve a few issues that I think are needed. I get this on the printer maybe in the next day or two. We'll see. Oh, right on. Yeah, I'll have to stop in. Save as mesh. And this is going to be saved to public. I don't know if I want to save this. I'll just save it to desktop for now. Dice tower R1. Save. Revisions. That's saved already. Got that done, so that's great. I'm just finishing up here. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I got these done today, so that was achievement. So I got a couple of the flanges done. 2 different sizes. These are dimensionally accurate. Turbo flanges. Yeah. Got that one in. I added these guys to the website yesterday. I'll probably add these ones tonight, as well as update the other. I'll probably update the dice tower when I know it works, right? No sense doing it twice, I guess. And where's the other thing I just printed out? Yeah, dice tower 2. Some freebies and stuff like that, and a couple demonstrations with the joints and sketching and a couple other things I was doing. Yeah, so having a little bit of fun. I'm just getting ready to go and cook some dinner. So say my 73s and be off. So yeah, thanks for dropping in today. Really appreciate that. Oh no, could you imagine? My face is now stuck like that. Give me a second here. Deactivate, activate. Ah, there we go. It's like it's so funny, man. There we go. Yeah. It's yeah, it's been a fun day today. It was got quite a lot done. Had fun. Chatted with a lot of people. So yeah, Shenanigans 3D's making a light up thing for Jeff. Oh, right on. With his logo on it. Cool. Right on. Is he doing that right now? Maybe I'll hey, raid in maybe? How many people are in here? 3? Yeah. Is he if he's on, maybe I'll raid him in. Twitch. Do you have 2 stream managers on the go? Oh, I do. Let's get rid of that here. Check the Twitch. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't see him. He was, I think he was doing that earlier. If I'm not mistaken. He was napping earlier. Something like that. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I've been hanging out in his stream quite a bit, like the last 2-3 days. Oh, it was all night, oh wow. Yeah, I've been napping too. That's for sure. What else did I work on? Oh, yeah, I made like a... I want to print out this resonance tester. Show my dad. He likes this kind of stuff because he was a high school teacher. So hopefully these aren't super stiff. Hopefully they don't break. But yeah, it's like you shake them back and forth, and like at whatever frequency you shake it, it'll actually start doing its wiggle thing. So I'm gonna get that on the printer like pretty soon, and go from there. Yeah, so like header parts and stuff today. I didn't actually get to the laptop stand. Maybe I'll get to this tonight. I gotta put something on here. Do a little bit of promotion for this thing, and I think that's pretty cool. I might actually make that. Have it made. It's Cruising Girl. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm not really too sure if it's kind of want to raid people that I know already. They might expect it. Although a blind raid is fine too. It's just maybe I'm not quite there yet. Yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome. Yeah, why not? I'll send it over. Cruising Girl. Should probably be okay with that too, right? What's she doing? Feeding time for George. Well, all right. All right. Yeah, I'll go over there. Stu. How do we do this stuff? The raid / raid. This one. All right. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys in the next one. I really appreciate it. Have a great night, and I'll probably chat with you later on, Bobby, if you're if you're going to be in Jeff's thing, maybe Cruising Girls as well. So thanks again, everybody. Appreciate it, and have a great one.